welcome to CNBC-TV18.com presents Bharat Trailblazers in association with Salesforce, a series of insightful conversations with innovators, disruptors, game changers, and most of all, trailblazers. Through these conversations, we focus on what do these companies do differently, how do they seize opportunities, and stay ahead of the game. I'm Ruchira Sharma. Today, we will shine the spotlight on Jaipur Rugs. Jaipur Rugs is one of the country's largest manufacturers of hand-knotted rugs. Headquartered in Jaipur, it is currently exporting to more than 100 countries, from Milan to Moscow and Paris to Beijing. So what have they done right? How have they done it? We will find out all that and more. And for that, I'm in conversation with Mr. Yogesh Chaudhary, Director at Jaipur Rugs. Welcome, Yogesh. It's great to have you here with us.
Likewise. Thank you so much for having me.
So Jaipur Rugs is, of course, a name to contend with. It's had a phenomenal journey. And your father, Mr. N.K. Chaudhary, founded the company back in 1978. And today, it is one of the largest manufacturers of hand-knotted rugs. So what would you really attribute the success to? What is the X factor according to you?
So my father actually started business in 1978 from 2 looms in his backyard with 9 weavers. And, I think the key differentiation between what Jaipur Rugs has done, and there's a lot of carpet exporters, has been that, or manufacturers, that, he went directly to the weavers from the first day. So we, we don't work with a lot of, in the whole carpet business, there are a lot of middlemen. So from contractors to subcontractors, and then, there's an exporter, agent, and then wholesaler, and then retailer. So, the industry is full of middlemen. And from the first day, he kind of started to cut down the middlemen. And because of that, we were able to pay the weavers a lot more, anywhere from 50 to 200% more than what they were traditionally earning.
Sure.
And because of that, they, they were very loyal to the business. And because of that loyalty, they made better carpets. So in the industry, we stood out as this one company who was known for making the best carpets in terms of qualities and designs. So I think that kind of really helped us very early on to grow. And obviously, my father is a very people's person, and he always says that my first customers are my weavers and then are my real customers who buy the product. So he's always treated our weavers as customers, all our artisans as customers, and he's been able to service them very well. So we deliver material to the doorstep of an artisan. So we work with 600 villages around the country. We deliver material to the doorsteps. We pay them at their doorsteps. We collect the carpets once it's made from their doorsteps, and then we finish and export it or sell it.
Remarkable work over there. And that is my next question, that as an Indian company, you have been putting, the pursuit of profit, but with purpose. And you've been empowering communities, like you said, artisans, even including women, which was not really the case earlier. So what are the highlight initiatives that you think have really been, like a game changer, or have made a huge impact to the lives of these people, neighboring villages and all these artisans?
Right. So, I think my father always says in his words is that our foundation of our business is love. And when you do something with love, you take care of everybody around you, including the nature and the people. So I think in 2004, we started with a foundation called the Jaipur Rugs Foundation. And we do a lot of initiatives there. So, how can we go beyond what we do with the artisans? And, how can we make a bigger difference in their lives? So we do a lot of training there, training how to become a better manager, training how to weave better, trainings for health, so we organize a lot of health camps. We do a lot of, and we started an education project. So a lot of women where we work never have been educated. So we started a program where they could get basic education. And we have amazing partners all over the world. So one of the initiatives maybe I can talk about is, one we did with the British government, with the British Council, where we got all our artisans from different parts of the country in small groups to come to Jaipur. So they come into buses, they see what happens after the carpet once they make it and how it's finished, and what can they learn out of it to make better carpets. And it's been such an enriching exercise.
It was truly insightful. 9 artisans, and today you have more than 40,000 artisans spread across 600 villages. So all this is, of course, backed by digitalization. So tell me, when you began your digital transformation journey, what were the primary business objectives and how did it really pan out operationally speaking?
So, I mean, I think in our business, it's very diversified. So when you're a very small business, then I think you can manage a lot of things manually. But as you start growing, you start realizing that unless you digitize and, everything's centrally controlled, then it becomes very difficult. So we started, first of all, with the digitization in terms of, seeing how can we have all our viewer databases and material and finance all talking to each other. So the first step was implementing an ERP, which was very essential. So now we can actually track each carpet on a daily basis on terms of how much work has been done. Because it makes, it takes months sometimes to make a carpet. So I think digitalization is actually not a choice, right? I mean, if you have to grow and scale the business, I think it's a necessity.
Absolutely. But with the growing prominence of, e-commerce platform, digital shopping experiences, and of course, customers demanding seamless experiences, retail companies like Jaipur Rugs also need to evolve and keep up with the times, stay competitive, and ensure that customers have, an excellent experience. So how are you really doing that? What are your thoughts on that part?
I think customer is the king, and I think the whole business has to be centered around how it can deliver better experience to the customer. I think in our case, because in terms of our whole sales, we are quite spread across countries and regions, and also in India we have many showrooms. One of the biggest challenges we had earlier was, that the account managers of a customer can keep changing because of various reasons.
Sure.
And every time a new person came, it was very person dependent in terms of, if suppose I'm handling an account and now you're handling, passing that baton information was very difficult. So we started to use CRM processes. Obviously, we implemented Salesforce several years ago. And now there's only one reality, right? So
a single window of truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm interacting with the customer, I'm putting everything in. Once you take over the account, for example, you know exactly what the customer history was, what was done in the past. So the customer's experience becomes so much better because you already understand the customer.
Sure.
Before he came and walked into your door again, and you can tailor-made solutions and give it to him in terms of what he requires. So that's been truly amazing.
So Yogesh, in the textile industry, customer queries come from, of course, all channels as we were talking about, and also customer engagement is very, very crucial. So how are you really harnessing digital technology to do that? And how are you using that to drive, innovation on this front or ensure a seamless customer experience?
Right. I mean, I think understanding the different types of customer today is very important, right? So today when I'm walking in, the more I know about somebody who's coming inside the store or, my shop, I can customize and tailor solutions to them to, quickly get them to a product that they want. And the more digitalized the data is in terms of the customer, if the customer has already come to my website before,
Sure.
He's inquired online, and when he comes to the shop, then I already know what products he's seen, what product he's interested in, right? So, I mean, we've been able to, with Salesforce, we've been able to increase our leads by almost 15%.
All right.
Our conversion has gone up by more than 8% just because our sales team understand the customer so much better. And I think these numbers will only continue to improve, as the team gets more used to fetching more data about customers and giving more personalized experience to the customers who are coming in. I cannot think today about managing my whole sales team without Salesforce. It's become our go-to thing, on one click you have reports from everywhere in terms of what the funnel is, how much orders you have in the system, and how the sales are going to look like in the next few months based on, how the team is performing globally. So, I think that anybody who has to scale has to adopt a CRM.
Absolutely.
And I think Salesforce being the best is why we adopted them. So, and I think we made a very good decision in doing so.
So, Jaipur Rugs, of course, is now catering to more than 100 countries. You've just crossed that milestone recently. So, any wish list for the coming decade?
I think getting to over 150 countries. Right. I think we have a lot of wish list. But I think I would say that, the day when we connect my father's original vision was always connecting the artisan's emotions to the emotion of our customer who's buying. So that's our number one wish list, I would say, for the next decade.
That's a beautiful thought. But one last question before we let you go. As a trailblazer in the sector, any advice or key suggestions that you would like to give to other companies who are, beginning there's this whole journey of digital transformation or automation to enhance operational efficiency? What would you like to say to them?
No, I think that's a slightly scary journey because you're used to working a certain style and you feel that, you don't know if it'll work or not. It needs a lot of energy, right? But the journey is beautiful. I think that the rewards, much outweigh, the investment that is put in. And I also feel that in the next few years, it'll not really be a choice also, right? So companies who use digital tools will far, go ahead of their competitors. So I think right now it's still a choice, but in the future, I think it's going to be a necessity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yogesh, for taking us through your journey and the various milestones you've achieved, and wishing you all the very best for the future.
Thank you so much.
So that was Mr. Yogesh Chaudhary, Director at Jaipur Rugs, taking us through his digital transformation journey and also telling us how they have driven innovation, streamlined sales, and also enhanced customer experience. On that note, it's a wrap from all of us here. Thank you all for watching.